Good evening and thank you for joining us on this edition of Tok Piksa. We begin this month of March in Madang. Madang has many things going for it. At the forefront is its tourism potential. In recent times, much has been done to restore the beautiful province back to its former glory as the most popular tourism destination in the Mamase region. Tonight, we look at what's being done. Recently, Australia's P&O Pacific Dawn ship visited Madang, and with it, fresh hopes to boost the province's flailing tourism industry. The promotion of tourism activities is a step towards rebuilding Madang's reputation, with the airline and hotel industry contributing to its making. Our journalist, Fabian Hakalits, shows us how tourism is being revived in efforts to again speak with pride the phrase, Beautiful Madang.
Madang, the known pearl of the Pacific and tourism destination, is slowly regaining its original tag as Papua New Guinea's beautiful tourism hub province. Madang icons are flying foxes, the Kaliwabo lighthouse, clay pot making. It is also home to many tertiary institutions like the paperless University, Divine Word, Madang Teachers College, Madang Technical College, Maritime College and the Lutheran School of Nursing. In recent times, high number of crimes reported in the media have portrayed Madang's image as dangerous and unsafe, affecting the growth of its tourism industry. However, this hasn't really stopped tourists who continuously flock into this beautiful province. On February 19, P&O's Pacific Dawn entered Madang waters. It was given a rousing traditional welcome because for the first time, a cruise ship carrying over 2,000 tourists preferred this beautiful province as its destination. Over hundreds of these passengers were PNG's longtime residents, working with the administration and thus missionaries in Madang and other centers throughout the country. Tourists were treated the Madang way with the assistance of ambassadors, an adventurous experience of harbour and boat cruise, diving, snorkeling, sightseeing with many photographs captured to tell this history in the future. 43 years ago, this couple, John and Mary Rule, from Perth, Western Australia, were teaching at the then late Technical College. For them, teaching in a country with such diverse cultural traditions is an unforgettable experience.
I'm just really excited to be back in Papua New Guinea, and it's bringing back so many memories. So lots of things I've forgotten, and I'm really loving it. Loving to see the people's, all your faces again. It's lovely.
I had a chance to meet Brian Brown, the man who installed the first PA system for parliamentary proceedings at the old house in Port Moresby. He was accompanied by his wife, Rita Hall.
We're along with Brian, and lovely company, and we've got beautiful people here. Everybody's very friendly.
John Davidson and wife Christine served in the autonomous region of Bougainville and were happy to revisit the land of the unexpected, their home for 20 years since entering the country in 1967.
EMTV.
Yeah.
We got a way back, we got a place here.
Me hammer mas long looking more one talk na long only get a harp long Alatau, Madang, we whack in Bougainville.
And then Sandy Cadwellada, P&O Pacific Dawn's cruise director.
Amazing, and trying to learn some of the local language, some of the local dialect was a really big honor for myself. It was absolutely fantastic.
Melanesian Tourist Services tour consultant Alex Pyra speaks about the revenue generated from tourism activities during the Pacific Dawn's visit.
Also, we allow for a commission on top of that. So in Madang, we are very grateful that we have bus owners who are very understanding, and that's how our land tour costs are usually lower than most other centers. That's from our own experience.
Madang's longtime businessman, former politician and current Visitors and Cultural Bureau Chairman Sir Peter Botha says cruise ships play a significant part in promoting the country's image. It creates much tourism potential and generates the state's and local people's revenue.
But in terms of benefits to the people, the vendors, the artefact sellers, people making handicraft have all got the opportunity to be able to sell their wares to the passengers. And in this regard, I think we've got a lot of work to do in Papua New Guinea to make carvings and handicraft that are more suitable for passengers on a ship.
Madang has many tourism potentials that have been realized but have lacked consistency. Tourism, a much talked about topic within the public and private circles, hasn't received much support for its implementation purpose. The Madang Visitors and Cultural Bureau, under the leadership of Sir Peter Botha, has been working hard in promoting the market. Despite very limited funding from the Madang provincial government, it still strives to ensure tourists are satisfied when visiting this beautiful province.
And that publicity overlaps into investment opportunities and the image of the country and many other aspects. And here in Papua New Guinea at the moment, we need a lot of image building. So the cruise ships, I think, is most important contribution is to be able to improve the image of Papua New Guinea, not only as a tourist destination, but to realise its tourism potential.
Madang's Visitors and Cultural Bureau has been working in partnership with individuals and groups venturing into tourism. Its main aim is to promote and market products. Joel Lalok and Luke Uwe are two of the very few who have tapped into this renewable industry. At South Amanop local level government, we met Joel, a carpentry and joinery tradesman. His love of nature forced him to resign in 2004. From there onwards, he started his first orchid garden, known as Hobe Garden. It's Madang's model garden that has now over 50 orchid species, beautifying the area. It's an attractive site for tourists.
Short trekking, we got even village experience. Only need him seiko making. Me pla come in one time despla. Sample all product we misa give him he got. So time will come long place. Misa take him also 1 hour 30 minutes slowly stalo this la place.
The Hobe Garden not only caters for tourists, but is also a study site for tourism students of Divinewood University and the Madang Technical College. A 10-minute drive out of the main town is Higher Conservation Area that was developed by Luke and his family to preserve wildlife, both plant and animal species. What's interesting is that PNG's national identity, the bird of paradise, are preserved in this forest.
Larem dasulal kumulan by all the staff also. Pian all kata diwai finish na all kumulino kani kolong all sample haftas all also nami play tambuim dasula forest now. Larem all ka something by star.
Get a glimpse of the local history and traditions that tells the story of her past. Experiences of the modern and ancient historic past events can be found in Madang. House Tumbuna pottery and canoe making by the Bilbil people with World War II relics. Madang Visitors and Cultural Bureau, located along Modilan Road from the main town, is the home and future of the past. Built in the 1980s, the building is one of the oldest in the province, which houses most of the traditional valuable products ranging from ornaments, grass skirts to musical instruments.
We've had a support from a lot of business houses who helped revive the building, and Sepita was one of the key players in that. He's been helping a lot lately too in upgrading this, doing the painting and the maintenance and all that. We've come up with Friends of the Museum, and we've done 2 fundraising so far. In 2013 during the Madang Festival, and also last year. From the money that we got, it was about 30,000 we raised.
And look what I found, the replica of the real big Balangut canoe, the trading canoe that was used by the people of Bilbil for barter system. For some time, the Madang Visitors and Cultural Bureau building underwent a deteriorating state. The provincial government, under the pressure of development, neglected the building, failing to renovate the age's property. Quick rescue and intervention by several entities like Divanuad University, under the leadership of Sir Peter Bata, kept the building stable, with more maintenance carried out to improve infrastructure.
For the preservation and the cultural preservation of the heritage of the Madang people. So it still was functioning, but the actual function of it had gone into disrepair because we were not getting sufficient funds from the provincial government to maintain it. And as I speak now, we're still desperately short of money.
For the first time in 2011, 500 pieces of artifacts in the House Tumbuna were catalogued. This has made it easier for the archiving and identification process. It doesn't only house the artifacts of our ancient times, but also myths and legends, including pictures of our pre-colonial and colonial days that would give us a story of our past. But a greater concern is on our dying culture and traditions and stories that young people need to know. For the future, to uphold the stories, educational programs are in place that would assist schools and children at home to learn about the past.
We'd like to do virtual tours, educational tours in here, which the children can come in and learn about our past and history. And also it's educational for them too, because what we are thinking of is if we are getting support from the anthropologists who are coming up here to do some work and all that.
30 minutes drive from the main town is a small coastal village, well known for its pottery and the Balangut trading canoe, is Bilbil. If you had attended a government-run school, this is the very village featured in one resource book with a picture of the original Bilbil Island. At Bilbil, I met Tangil Nanak, well known as Mr. T. He spoke on the trading routes that allowed the barter system to take place.
Bugatti go lo Raikos no li come back. Oli during when I'm kai come, something belong sing na malo when I'm running all sa bring me come. Tik pulo pig, pulo sing na. O sa kara mi come lo island. Na time all kai mo this lo kai go finish all in must sail there. Na walk pulong all merry, all by start lo walking port, loga walk about loga walk garden belong all and port.
Women are the clay pot makers and possess this special skill as explained by Rachel Gary and Oneb Kube.
I'm only mouse blongen now. Now finish now by me put me go down tamblo. Now by stop also suppose big plawin by stop dry also 3 days so that's like kind.
Finish now. All katawok finish kam and last long.
It takes almost 2 to 3 weeks after efforts have been put together to complete the final product, the clay pot, the identity of the Bilbil people of Madang, the past, present and future. But a major concern is the passing on the knowledge and skills of pottery to young women.
By still stop yet by only Mary, only finish lo school come long and yeah. I mean talk Polandi long all long by only walking pot. Only must walking pot na keep him traditional blumpla culture blumpla by me go moye. No can lose it.
War relics are visible in several parts of the province. Alexisafen was the transfer base for Japanese soldiers during World War II, their airfield. George Null's father was a slave that time.
Support helping lo government namo tinaplo helping blakan on manosem so mi blakan decorating street team na mi blakan larang ol turism na can visit him.
The airfield is now the World War II Memorial Park and Japanese tourists visit and pray for their loved ones who died during the war. This is one of Japan's aircraft that was gunned down by the Australians during the World War II here at Alexisafen in Madang. It was trying to take off in this 1 kilometer airstrip that has now turned into shrubs and bushes. Concerns have been raised on the preservation of our past, and this World War II relic is an example that should be preserved to tell our future generation the story about World War II that occurred in our country. The Madang Visitors and Cultural Bureau has recently introduced the Expatriate Tour Guide program that encourages those residing in the province that once in a month visit around the attractive sites. The concept was introduced by Wasain Gadabo, a volunteer working with the Bureau.
We're promoting the resource and we give a job option for the local tour guides, and we give also another job option for the resource owners, because of these people when they go to the resource owners they pay entrance to get there, and also they use a local tour guide. So it's well understanding on between the tourists, between the expats communities here and the resource owners and the local tour guides.
The global travel and tourism industry is comprised of a wide variety of businesses like the airline and hotel that play a crucial role to ensure tourists move to and from any port or destination. According to the World Travel and Tourism Council, over 1 million jobs are offered to build the human resource capacity under this industry. And Madang is no exception, but an ideal spot for both domestic and international tourists. We feature Madang Resort Hotel and National Airline Air New Guinea. First, let's find out the airline's contribution and management to the tourism industry. 3 airline companies operate to this beautiful tourism destination: National Flag Carrier Air New Guinea, Travole Mangilo Palace, and Airlines PNG. Madang's peak period begins on October until March the following year. Taking into consideration Madang as one of Papua New Guinea's tourism destinations and home to many tertiary institutions in the country where students move to and from because of studies. Air New Guinea, the national flag carrier, operates several daily flights to beautiful Madang. The port is rated as one of the busiest, Category A, apart from Port Moresby, Lae, Mount Hagen and Rabaul. We speak with Air New Guinea Madang Port Manager, Wewe P.
We maintain meeting them and greeting them on their return. We issue them boarding passes and we look after them at the airport until they get on the aircraft and go back. So that is normal with the airline industry, especially the front line at the airport. That's exactly what we maintain, looking after them at the airport.
Most passengers are tourists who flock into the province for business or leisure, like surfers who travel to Ulingan Bay, 2 hours scenic drive from the Madang airport. But a concern is for all stakeholders to work together to create a peaceful tourist haven.
Come in, their safety here in Madang must be successful. Because if that is not maintained, then they come, and then when they go, they go. And it's going to take a lot of time and effort to bring these people back.
Air New Guinea has been working closely with the Madang Visitors and Cultural Bureau to maintain the house Tumbuna because it houses the past and future. Madang houses several hotels that include the famous Madang Resort Hotel, Coast Watches, Madang Lodge, Madang Star International, J7 and Smaglisin, including lodges and guest houses. Madang Resort is the oldest hotel of Papua New Guinea, ideally situated at the gateway to one of Pacific's most beautiful harbors, adjacent to Delman Passage and Yamelon Lagoon. It was a guest house in the German colonial days, completely rebuilt to international standard. We speak with owner Sir Peter Bata, Madang's longtime resident and former politician who has been vocal in the promotion of tourism potentials in the country.
We took over about 45 years ago, which means it's the oldest owned hotel in the country, and actually the oldest hotel in Papua New Guinea. And we've spent money on it, we've put all the money back into the place, and today I guess we're rated as one of the best hotels in the country. Not just a hotel but a resort.
Completely built, Madang is a secure village-style resort, complex with selection of different room categories tourists can choose from, deluxe to waterfront executive bungalows. It also boasts the largest and best equipped conference and business centers. All these facilities and activities like diving and snorkeling that attract tourists.
Travel on an aircraft, they do not travel to come to a hotel. They come to do things, and you have to have a product to sell, which means if you're going to put them in a hotel, you've got to give them something to do. And here at Madang Resort, we've got diving, we've got kayaking, we've got sailing, we've got tennis courts, you're close to the golf course. There's many activities that you can become engaged with.
Tourism is everyone's business, starting from the government circle right to the people in the community. Stakeholders must work together to ensure revenue is generated for sustainability.
They travel in and out almost every month. But some years back, this went to a complete stop. But just recently, it starts to pick up again.
But we're not realising that potential, and it's not going to happen until we get the government, the leaders, the governor and the members to be able to recognise the importance of the development of the tourism industry in Madang.
There is hope that beautiful Madang will return to its place amongst our country's top tourism destinations. On that note, we end another edition of Tok Piksa. If you missed anything in tonight's show, you can catch the replay on Wednesday evening. And if you have anything you would like for us to feature on the show, you can send your ideas to the address showing on your screen. Until we do this again next Sunday, I'm Neville Choi. Good night.